Hello everyone. This is Tushar Pingte. I'm a senior business analyst in Kylas, and today's webinar we are going to explore what the feature that we have released, which is goal versus achievement. So we will be looking at what is the goal versus achievement feature that we have released. What are the benefits and how you can create goals for your users and view their or track their progress according to the goal that you have set, right? So we all know that the goal is nothing but some in some term we call it as a target, or in some term we call it as a objective, right? But eventually it helps you to measure your users performance and progress, right? These goals can be set related to the sales, marketing, service, or tracking the revenue, right? And users also can define this and set these goals on the basis of key performance indicators and their roles and responsibilities, right? Eventually in Kylas CRM, with the help of goal versus achievement, you can now measure your users performance, keep your users motivated and focused, and also you can evaluate their performance and incentives, and eventually it will help you for the continuous improvement in the business, right? So let's take a look what is these features and how you can create goals and how you can track the progress of your users. So allow me to share my screen. Let me know once my screen is visible to you, and then we'll see how you can create goals. I assume that my screen is visible to you. Okay. So this is Kylas dashboard. So whenever you are logged into Kylas, you will see this dashboard, right? If you go to setting to create a goal, you will need certain profile permissions, right? So just go to profile. You can add a new profile or you can just edit the existing one. And under profile permission, you will see goals management. We have introduced a new row permission under the profile permission, that is goal management. In order to give access to your managers to create goals for their reportees, you just have to toggle this on as a create permission over this goal. Okay, just enable those dependent permission. You can give a update permission if you want your manager to update their goals, and you can also give a delete permission as well. Right now I'm just keeping it as off. I'm just saving it. Now this profile, test profile, is ready to create a goal. Right? So now as a manager, whenever I'm going to this goals module, you can see below the accounts module, there is a goal module that we have released. Okay. And you can see this is in a trial. So we are giving a 60 days of trial right now because it's still in a beta version and we are still developing more and more features to get this efficient for our users. So even in upcoming days, you will see more and more features in this particular goal versus achievement model. Just click on these goals. Here, I don't have any goal right now. So when I click on this create new, it will ask me to subscribe for the trial. Okay, you can see we are giving a free trial for 60 days right now right now, but later you can see that this feature will be paid, and this is the costing of this feature. So we'll get 50 goals in 2050 INR, and subsequent goals 50 goals in a 1000. Right now I want to subscribe this feature, so I will just check this box true and we'll start trial. Okay. now you can see create new CTA is enabled for me. Okay. So what I will do, I will create a new goal for you. This is my test account actually. So to create a goal, I can click on this create new option, and here this is the first step. This is a 3-step process of creating a goal. And this, on the first step, you will need some basic information to put. Like you have to select entity as a type. Right now, this goal feature is only available for the deal, but in subsequent releases, we will introduce lead, contact, company as well to create a goal for. So right now, I'm selecting a deal as an entity. Here, I can select which user I want to set a goal for. Right now, I'm just selecting a owner. You can select other users as well, like you if you want to set a goal that your user should be updated certain number of deals, right? You can select updated by. If you want to set a goal like for your users to create a goals, create deals, certain number of deals, you can say created by. Right now I'm just want to check how many deals are there with any particular user. So I will select owner as a goal for. In metric, if you are familiar with the reporting system of the Kylas, you will see those metrics in reporting as well. So same metrics we have introduced over here. So there should not be any confusion. So I want to track how many deals, certain number of deals should be there with my users. So I will select number of deals as a metric over here. And here I can select a date reference. At what reference I want to track those deals. You can select either you can actual closure date. So it will get a reference of the actual closure date. Right now I'm selecting a created at date. And for what interval you want to set this for. So here you can see daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and annually. You can set the interval for your goal. So right now I am selecting a weekly as an interval over here. So these are the mandatory fields that you need to put. Other than those fields, we have filters as well. So you can see I want to set a number of set a goals created by owners. But if I want to track only one deals which are there with their respective owners, here I can add more filters like let's say pipeline stage is 1. So with this goal, I can only track one deals and I can set a goals for my users to won the deals, right? So this way I can add multiple filters to narrow down the scope of this goal. Okay. So in second step, as you can see, I had selected a owner as a goal for value. In a second step, you will see number of users in my account. There are the active users. You can select for which users you want to set this goal. Okay, just select these users and drag into the goal. Okay, you can select one by one, or you can select from here as well. Or if the number of users are very large, then you can just type a name and it will show only those results over here. You can just put those users to set a goal value. So here in the right hand section, you can see set individual goal. So I had selected a number of deals as my metric to measure, right? So here I can give a individual goal value to set a goal for that particular user. So here either I can select everyone as to give a value, and we'll give a 10 deals should be there with every user. I clicked on copy to all, and it will set all it will set the value for all the selected users. If you scroll down here, it gives you a total of the set value. You can change it later. Let's assume I want to set it as a 50. So this set goal is nothing for my reference. So this can be happen that you something, right? So you can give a different value for individual goal, but you can also set a different value for your own self. So right now I have set 10, 10, 10 number of deals for each of my users, and I have kept 50 as my total goal value. In the last step, you can see a preview of your goal. So I had selected entity as a deal. The dimension was owner, and the metric was number of deals. The date reference was my created at, and interval was weekly. So I am creating this goal for my weekly interval. You can see what are the values with respect to particular user and my total goal value. Now I'm ready to create this goal for my users, those 3 users only. Let me add more users to give you a better picture. Now I will click on this create goal CTA. You can see there was 2 toaster messages. The goal created successfully, and this is the second toaster message that you have received, like report has been created. So what we are doing here, you can set a goal, but you will need to track those goals and progress as well, right? And that glimpse you will get from the reporting itself. So for that matter, we are also creating a report as well. So whatever goals you are going to create in your account, we'll add one report and we'll associate that goal with the report. So let me go to that report. So this is the goal versus achievement report. Okay. You can see the total number of deals that I for which I had set a goal for myself, which is 60. You can see individual goals set by me for every user, the date range, the metric, which is number of deals, the entity. Under dimension, I had selected owner, and I had removed the filter, so there's no filter right now here. Okay, and if I change the date filter, like last month, last week. So there was only one user with whom there was only one deal was present, which is Tushar Pinte. Okay, so out of 10, he was the only owner which had one deal with him, and there is no deal associated with any of the other owners. So this way you can track how many leads are there with uh, how many deals are there with particular owner. So you will wonder what is this pro rate over here, right? So what we are doing here, so you might be keeping a goal for long term or short term, right? But it will be always difficult to track the long term goals if you are not working continuously. So what we do, we if you if you can see, let me show you. This goal was about for the week, right? But here in a report, if I change it as a current month, the values get changed. Last month, rating your achievement as per the prorated data. So you will get a glimpse of whether your users on a track or not. This might be happen that some users are taking leaves, or some users are working very hard in 1 week and they are lacking behind in another week, right? To keep a track of every week, we are calculating these reports over the prorated basis. Yes, you can edit those reports and you can uh, get a detailed report without a proration. So I will show you how this proration can be calculated. So this is the calculator. Let's assume that I had given a 10 leads per week, right? So I am dividing this 10 divided by 7. So this is giving me a per day deal should be there with a particular owner. And here I am seeing a last month's data, which has 30 days. So we are calculating those in terms of number of days that we are seeing. So this way we are getting the individual sorry we are calculating the data per day, and we are showing that data by multiplying the number of date range that you have selected over here. Let's say I don't want to see this proration date and I want actual data to see. What I can do, I can just make a copy of this report, and I can then simply edit it. Here, let's assume that the goal was for weekly interval, but I want to track a current one achievement, right? So here there's a checkbox, show prorated. So I will keep it as false, and then we'll generate a report. So it won't give me a proration of the data, but it will give me a actual data that actual data of the achievement that I had set goal for, right? So this is the first phase that we have introduced in a goal versus achievement model. In subsequent releases, you will see notifications. You can nudge your agents or users, Kylas users, to complete their goals on a time, or you can just send a notification, motivational notifications, basically, whether they are doing a great job while achieving the goals that you have set. Will also notifies managers, like which user has achieved their targets on a time, or which user is doing well in the set goal. And also we are bringing those reports to add over the dashboard. So as a manager, first of all, whenever you are logging into the Kylas, right, you want to track your agent's progress over the dashboard. So here we will give you a provision to add those reports in the dashboard itself. So there are a number of use cases that we have considered while developing these features. But yeah, you will get to see those all features in subsequent releases. So I will just give you a overview that we have seen so far today. So to creating a goal, you will need first a profile permissions. So whatever sales managers or whatever managers you have, you can, if you want those managers to create goals for their reportees, you can give this permission to create a goal. Once you give this permission to your managers, the managers can go to goals page over here, create new goal. Here they can put values for which they want to set a goal for their users. Okay. In second step, you can give a count of that set goal. Okay, that their users want have to achieve. In the last step, user can see what dimension, entities and metrics they have selected, which users there are involved in that particular goal to achieve. Once all information is correct, you can just save it. Once you save this goal, we are creating a report over that goal, a default report. Either you can keep tracking those progress from the report, or what you can do, you can just go to goals, and here you can see a view progress with respect to that particular goal. If you don't want this report to prorate your data, you can just simply make a copy of this report, and then you can edit that report. Okay, so this way you can create and set a goal for your users and track their achievements as per the interval that you have set for that particular goal. Okay, then I think we can wrap up today's webinar. Thank you everyone for joining this webinar. Let's meet on the next webinar that we will be bringing for you. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.